live from Jordan Valley Ice Park in Springfield, Missouri. It is day 3, game 1 of the Women's College Showcase, ACHA Women's Division 1. Today features Aquinas College and the University of Utah. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson, along with hopefully my cameraman, showing up soon. It's an early game, and if he doesn't show up, I'll tell you what, you're going to see center ice for quite a while until he gets here, but I hope he should very shortly. I say he, it's going to be a combination of a couple of people this early in the morning. We have breakfast in the morning, a breakfast of hockey for you. Let's go over the scores from this past weekend in case you joined us late. McKendree with a 6-0 win over the University of Utah. That was in game 1 on Friday. Colorado with a 5-0 victory over Concordia. And then Arizona State took a 2-goal victory over Aquinas in the nightcap. 5-3 was the score there. On Saturday in game 1, Utah, their first ever win. The Utes get their first ever win over Concordia, 6-0. And remember this name, Brooke Burns. That will be your trivia question. Who scored the first goal in women's ACHA Division I hockey for the University of Utah Utes? It was Brooke Burns who got that goal. Aquinas and Colorado in the second game on Saturday. Colorado with a 10-0 shutout of Aquinas. And then yesterday in what I thought was going to be a marquee matchup, McKendree over Arizona State by a count of 5-1. Arizona State with their first loss this season. They are now 7-1 in this early contest, and all games have been on the road for Arizona State. Looks like my cameraman has shown up, so I think we're in good shape here as the officials have made their way out on the ice. And we're going to get things a little set up for our broadcast guy. Oh, it's locked. Well, as we try to get things set up here quickly. Nothing like last-minute preparation. But getting back to the pregame here, while we await on that. As I mentioned, University of Utah 1-1 on the season. Let's make sure that works here. Looks like we need batteries. And try the other one. The other one may work too. But getting back to the University of Utah Utes, in yesterday's win, 6 different goal scorers. Samantha McCain, Grace Krushank, Brooke Burns, Michaela Dykman, Kate Michael, and Maddie Brower all scored in yesterday's contest. It looks like we're going to need batteries. They're in the bag too. We'll get it straightened out. For the Aquinas College Saints, they are 1-4 on the season. And they have a new head coach, Lisa Brown Miller. And she is a U.S. Olympic coach. And she brings her talents to the Aquinas College Saints. And with that, let's join Kevin Thurl, the public address announcer here at MediaCom Ice Park. Or not.
And our first morning matinee features the Saints of Aquinas taking on the Utah Utes.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a public address feed. we'll have to figure that one out.
For visiting Utah, starting at forward, number 16, Brooke Burns.
So they're announcing the starting forwards right now. Brooke Burns is one of them.
Starting at forward, number 19, Michaela Dykeman.
Michaela Dykeman also announced.
Starting at forward, number 9, Grace Cruikshank. Starting on defense, number 5, Haley Scott.
Haley Scott also being announced. And in moments, we'll have our camera guy set up for you.
And starting in goal for the Utes, number 32, Samantha White.
And the goaltender Samantha White is being announced. White in 2 games is 1-1 with a 3.0 goals against average and a .922 save percentage.
And now for your starting lineup for the home team, the Aquinas Saints. Starting at a forward, number 3, Madison Margaret.
Announcing the starting lineups
Starting at a forward, number 21, Natalie.
for Aquinas. Natalie Vidas being announced. She scored 4 goals in a game.
Starting on defense, number 11, Gabby Fournier.
That's her highest output in her lifetime.
Starting on defense, number 19.
That was an 8-0 win over Concordia September 28th. She has 14 goals and 9 assists coming into this showcase.
Goal for the Saints, number 7, Allie Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, the Aquinas.
Let's see if we can pick up some audio for you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. And gentlemen, please remove your caps for this.
And unfortunately, we're not able to, so we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back in just a moment.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great moments in office technology!
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Steve Casson, along with Ryan Armstrong, my cameraman. Also, general manager of the Missouri State Ice Bears, who plays here at this ice rink. See if we can take a look at the officials for today's game. We know that Danny Bethman is a linesman. I know, Ryan, if you could talk to me, you know who they are, but I don't know them by face, so we'll have to catch up with them a little bit later. Ryan, of course, is an ACHA official, officiated one of the games the other day, doing multi-duty here. So we are moments away from Day 3, Game 1. We'll have all the games for you live on Web Sports Radio. Thanks for tuning in. The 4-1 Aquinas Saints, coached by Lisa Brown Miller, and the 1-1 University of Utah Utes, coached by Morgan Meretti. And we are underway in period number 1. Utah in their own zone. Unfortunately, Kaylee Scott had it taken away. It goes right through the crease and bumped off by Madison Morgret. And the puck is cleared and sent all the way down into the Aquinas end of the ice. Puck stolen, looking for a pass up front was Burns. And as it gets sent out to center ice, it'll be regrouped by Aquinas and Natalie Vitus. She sends it in, and a quick change for Aquinas already. Utah out of their own zone. Lead pass for Michaela Dykman, too far for her. And it's grabbed by the Saints. Sent into the Utes zone. Working with it now is Kaylee Scott. She's hounded low along the goal line. A backhander comes right up the middle. And a good play by Ashley Reese. Blocked away. And now here's a 1-on-2 for Utah. They just want to go for a line change. 18:46 to go in the period. And no score. We're underway. Day 3. Game 7. Puck cleared all the way down. This should be an icing call, and it is, with 18:32 remaining in the period. And icing will bring it back into the Aquinas zone. They go to the right of goaltender Allie Kennedy. Kennedy in 5 games is 1-4 with a 4.20 goals against average and an .848 save percentage, but she's faced a lot of shots, 138 shots. Here's a 2-on-2 and a good opportunity for Aquinas. Maria McGuire got the shot that went wide. Now she's trying to help out on the far side boards. Spun around by Skyland Wallen of Utah. Grabbed by Maddie Brower. And she has a little trouble with it. Trying to get it off the wall and out to center ice they do, and it's a delayed offside for Aquinas. They can't clear the zone, or Gabby Fournier doesn't, and we get an offside. 17:53 remaining in the first period and no score. Well, this tournament has unfortunately had a lot of games that have gone to shutouts. As I mentioned, McKendree has a shutout. Colorado does. Utah does in yesterday's contest, and actually Colorado has 2. They have not allowed a goal against any of their opponents. Puck comes right through the crease. A couple of players there. One of them for Aquinas was Natalie Vitas. Now a shot from the left side and a good save as came off the stick of Fournier, the captain. In fact, speaking of sticks, she just lost her stick and she's trying to kick it ahead. Out to center ice now, where it'll be taken by Aquinas' Elisa Buzar. Can't clear it. Held in. Here's a good opportunity for Burns, but it's sent behind the net. Shots officially, at least on the scoreboard, 1-1. And now as players collide at center, it's grabbed by Aquinas, and sending it down is Avery Martin. Back to retrieve, Kaylee Scott. Line change for Aquinas. Scott looking ahead. Across the Missouri State Ice Bears logo at center ice. That's the main tenant here, along with their Division III team and bevy of youth teams. Michaela Dykman off to the near side boards and out into the zone, and she's going to go for a line change. Meanwhile, the puck comes all the way down where it'll be covered by the goaltender for Utah, and Samantha White. Depending on what uniform the Utahs have, White is either 30 or 32. She's worn both in this tournament. Or showcase, we'll call it. Puck centered by Madison Morgaret. They go to the right side, held in by Domros. Brianna Domros, the junior out of Michigan. Now working it again. Right side. Domros with a shot that's blocked, picks up her own rebound. Another opportunity is sent wide. Tori Fedema there to chase. Helping out is Ashley Reese. And sticking it aside is Kirsten Pimentel for Utah. Puck kicked out to center. And resetting everything up is the Aquinas Saints. They send it in. That should have been an offside, but the officials let it go. Partially because nobody was touching it after it was sent in, and more of a delay than anything. But they let everything go. But it's all for naught. we set things up at center again. Line change for Utah. A bad one here. Here comes Vitus down the middle. Broken up, taken by McGuire. Helped out by Buzar now with a drive and a save by White. Far side boards and out to center. Another line change for Utah. Utah, as far as goals allowed and goals for, even up, 6-6. Why is that? Well, 6-0 shutout win yesterday, and in the first game against McKendree, they lost 6-0 in their first ever hockey game as a women's program in Utah. 14:43 remains. Out of their zone, Grace Krushank. She'll have it across the line, bowls her way through, and that's as far as she'll get. We'll reset it up back in the Utah zone. Scott. She gets tripped, I believe. Are we going to get a penalty here? No, delayed offside is what we're going to get. So no harm, no foul. Line change for Aquinas. Pass with authority to Krushank. Into the near side boards with 13:56 to go in the period. Now coming through and getting upset once again was Krushank, and we come the other way. A 1-on-2 that is, and a drive comes in from Brianna Damras, and it's held onto by Samantha White. I mentioned Aquinas has a new coach, USA Hockey gold medalist Lisa Brown Miller, 92 goals, 62 assists, 154 career points in USA Hockey. She's the second head coach of the Saints hockey program, her first year, of course, this year. An Olympic team member for 10 years, assistant captain from 92 to 97. She was voted the team MVP in 92 and is also a member of the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. Puck comes in, and a good save there as the shot by Fatima was steered aside by White. And as it trickles all the way back into the Aquinas zone, no icing. Shots 4-1 in favor of the home team, Aquinas. And as it's sent right back in, Utah with another line change. Kristen Pimentel doing the honors. Puck touched up on a delayed offside as Skyland Wallen was still in the zone when the puck came back in. So that'll bring it just outside the attacking zone for Utah, which is the defensive zone of Aquinas. Early morning hockey here. And for those of you that are in the Pacific time zone, extremely early hockey. Thanks for joining us. Back of her own net, Samantha McCain for Utah. She gets bowled over, but enough to get the pass out and sent over to Grace Krushank. She sends it all the way down in with 12:20 to go in the first period. And here come Aquinas. Ashley Reese sends it in. Line change now again for the Saints. After the save by White. Puck stolen. Taken by Vitus. Grabbed from her and moved out to center. Quick delayed offside is nullified, and Kaylee Scott is able to get it out to center for Utah. And another line change for the Utes. We'll set it up again at center with Utah coming into the zone onside. Scott drives it around. And she's going to the bench. Here is an opportunity in front. Falling down was Kate Michael after she got a shot off, which was deflected. And it's a 3-on-3 into the zone. Aquinas with another change as Amelia Bartol sends it in. Battle for it along the goal line in the Utah zone. Reese to dig it out. Comes behind the net to McGuire. chipped away from her, swung at the half boards, and held at the point. Busar's there. She'll pick it up. A small change for Aquinas, but a couple of players doing some good work. Ashley Reese and Busar, and it comes right out in front for a goal. Aquinas takes the lead, and it may be Ashley Reese's goal. But it is 1-0 in favor of the home team. We'll take a look and see. Who was able to get that one home? But it is 1-0 in favor of Aquinas. And the Saints take the lead. Let's take a look while we listen to Kevin Thuro's announcement. And it looks like it is going to be all Tori Fetima's goal. And it is Fetima. And Busar will get an assist. And we're going to have to get that PA announcement, or PA fixed. Apparently it is not working. I'm so used to hearing it, and we have nothing at this point. 10:03 to go in the period. And a 1-0 lead for Aquinas on Tori Fetima's first goal of the year. .9:43 to go in the period. Puck sent in, and another save by White. That is her 7th save. 8th shot. Utah clears, and it's down. I thought maybe Reese might have tipped it in front, but nope, it's all Fetima's goal on that last look. Puck sent in for an icing call. Face-off will come back into the Aquinas zone. .9:13 to go in the period. And a 1-0 lead for Aquinas. Trying to get that much closer to 500. They are 1-4 on the season. Their only win coming on the road. .850 remaining now. Behind the net, looking for some help is Krushank. And it is finally cleared out to center. Stolen by Michael and sent into the Aquinas zone. Utah with some good pressure at the neutral zone, especially at the red line. And now they go for a line change with 8:13 to go in the period. Here come Aquinas with Kozar. She gets a shot off, sails wide of the net. Behind it now, Scott is there to try to clear. Kaylee Scott able to get it up the line, and with some help, it's out to center, and a 3-on-1 for Utah developing. Pass comes right out in front. Shot hit the post as Michaela Dykeman had an opportunity that hit the post. That close to tying this hockey game up, but we have behind the play a penalty. It's an interference call. It goes against the captain of Aquinas and Gabby Fournier. It is the first power play for the Utes in this game. University of Utah on the penalty kill 100%. They have not allowed any power play goals on 11 opportunities for the opponents. Meanwhile, the Saints, 6.3%. They've scored one power play goal on 16 chances. And here comes Aquinas. They're looking short-handed, breaking free and getting an opportunity was Bartles, and it just sailed wide. Near side boards. Lead pass goes past Cruikshank, and she'll go send it in. Actually, going to the bench was, no, she did go to the bench. Who is that on the ice? That's 16, Brooke Burns. And now we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. With 1:25 remaining in the power play. So a full sail line change. That'll change things up a little bit. And the draw one and sent to the far side. Kicked out to center. And almost having a great opportunity was Maria McGuire, but she fell down looking for the 2-on-1. We come back the other way with a 2-on-1. Shot saved by Kennedy. Rebound moved to the corner and out and cleared all the way down. .642 remains. Oh, a couple of players tangle behind the Utah net, and it's cleared out to center. Line change for Utah. Back to Kristen Pimentel. Intercepted. Grabbed by Reese. Across the line. Reese cuts free. She shoots, and it's deflected up and over the net. Goaltender White got a piece of that. Come the other way for Utah. Across the line. Shot in, and Kennedy makes a good save there as that one by Cruikshank was steered aside. Now again a drive and a save by Kennedy. She'll hold on with some sticks flaring in front. 16 seconds to go on the power play. Shots a little different now. 7-6 in favor of the home team. Aquinas, who's leading 1-0 at 9:13 of the first period. Tori Fedema, her first. Busar with the assist, and it's 1-0 in favor of Aquinas. Puck cleared out to center and chased by McCain. She'll get it out of the zone with some help through two players' sticks. One of them was Dykeman, and she'll go to the bench. And we do not get icing since it was tipped. We're now at full strength. Power play is over. Fournier had it stripped from her, and she returns the favor and takes it back. The senior out of Traverse City, Michigan. 1 goal, 1 assist for her this season. Here's an opportunity for Dykeman, but it's cleared and sent all the way down. We're going to get an icing call. 5:08 to go in the period. Icing will bring it back into the Aquinas end of the ice. Last minute line change for Aquinas. I take that back. They can't line change. So I guess it was the officials trying to get the right players out. I know you experienced that, Ryan, where guys try to sneak off the ice during an icing. Well, women do it too. Puck tipped in front and a save there. Steered aside by Kennedy. 4:58 remaining in the period. Steve Casson, Ryan Armstrong, thanks for joining us on Web Sports Radio. We'll have the next two games for you of this showcase. And when you think about it with Utah, they played their first game on Friday, had their first ever win yesterday, and their first televised hockey game today. 4:30 remaining. Cleared into the zone, chasing it all the way down is Kozar from Tinley Park, Illinois. Her behind-the-back pass intercepted, nothing but Utes there, but it's held in. Good play by Opperman. Now Aquinas with another opportunity along the goal line. Natalie Vitas, and it's held onto by White. She'll cover it up. 4:10 to go in the period. The only goal by Tori Fedema, we'll take a look at it here, is coming in and blasting it past the blocker side of White. 1-0 in favor of Aquinas. Pass out to center. Dykeman's there to chase. Actually, that's Brooke Burns, 16. Hard to see when the uniform's tucked in. Got to blame Wayne Gretzky. He's the one that started this entire tucking in the jersey thing many years ago. Opportunity now for Vitus again, and she is taken out of the play by Pimentel, and comes right up the middle, and a drive by Opperman. Big save there by White. Oh, we got a couple of players. As McGuire got slammed into the board, she took exception to Dykeman and slashed her, and the officials let everything go. So here comes Utah across the line. As they also line changed, so they had a short personnel, but we got a 2-on-2 developing now the other way for Aquinas. Across the line, Opperman. She's taken out of the play. We come the other way, right to left to Dykeman. 1-on-4. Dykeman breaks free. Nobody there to help her out. Now looking for somebody in front. Finally, the Utes catch up. Michael is there. Nothing doing as it goes to the left point. And it's out to center. Here's a 2-on-1. Leading it is Reese, right side. She shoots, and a glove save by White. Played that one perfectly. And it's still 1-0. Shots unofficially on the scoreboard, 8-6. Glad to see some of the fans showing up here for this early morning hockey contest. It's been a late one basically all three nights, as we played into the wee hours of about 1:30 on Friday. And then yesterday, as we get a shot coming in on a backhander by Reese, steered aside again. And then yesterday, by the time most of us got out of here, it was late. Here's a stolen pass that bounces through. Morgret got that opportunity. Another one on a follow-up by Vitus, and getting out of harm's way are the Utes. It comes up to center ice. Tipped into the zone by Burns. And a scrum for it in the near side boards. Boussard chases. She's hounded by Wallen. They both battle for it along the goal line. Tipped away for Fournier. At the line, held in. Oh, and getting hit while she held it in was Brooke Burns. If you're with us during the pregame, I give you a trivia answer, and the answer is Brooke Burns. What's the trivia question? Who scored the first goal in University of Utah Utes women's hockey history? One minute remaining in this period. Line change for Utah again. McCain. Got it out just enough, but then it's sent right back in by Aquinas. Regrouping at center and sending it in as Bartles. She gives it over to Martin. Checked off the play at the left circle. And we're going to get a penalty. So body checking. And Utah will go into the penalty box. First power play for the Saints of Aquinas. With 36.7 left. And that will be assessed to McCain. So off the draw, a shot that comes in from the high slot by Bartles, steered aside, 28 seconds to go. Right up the middle, loose, and still not cleared. Puck is cleared out finally, now with 17 seconds to go. game clock has precedence over the penalty. Here comes Reese, left side, looking in front for Opperman. Reese behind the net. Instead goes to the right to Domros. A drive in and a big save there through some traffic by White, and the period comes to an end.
And at the end of the first period, it's the Aquinas Saints leading Utah.
So 1-0
Shots at the end of the first 11 minutes.
on the only goal by Tori Fedema. Busar with the assist, and that's where we are right now after one period of play. That goal coming at 9:13 of the period. Shots on goal. Samantha White faces 11, and Allie Kennedy faces 6 in this period. Well, stay tuned. Period number 2 is coming up. We don't have any interviews for you, but after the music, we'll be back for period number 2. We are back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, the Stan Melton Ice Rink. After one period of play, it is Aquinas with a 1-0 lead over Utah. Fatima, her first. Busar with the assist, 1-0 in favor of the Aquinas Saints. We'll see if we've got our PA feed up. And no, apparently we still don't. No PA feed. Well, that's unfortunate. I have to see if we get this figured out for the second period. But unfortunately, no public address feed. So we'll do without as we get ready. Once the clock gets reset. To start period number 2, it will be Aquinas skating from the right to the left, Utah from the left to the right. Utes will bring out Michaela Dykman for the face-off. Natalie Vitus will do the honors for Aquinas. And we are ready to go. Quickly, though, it is Utah with a good opportunity, and a shot by Krushank is off the shoulder of Kennedy. We come the other way. Remember, there still is 1:11 remaining in the power play, and this is the power play for Aquinas. They almost gave up a short-handed goal. Along the line, and it is cleared out to center. Racing is Michael. Broken up there at the blue line. And here's Aquinas with Bartels in the zone, had it taken away and cleared all the way down. Line change for both teams. Kennedy sweeps it off to the corner. Having a little trouble with it is Utah's captain, Brooke Burns. Stays in the zone. Burns is there. Broken up to the point. Shot in, gloved, save, rebound. That shot came from Dykman. Kennedy couldn't control it, but enough to get it out of harm's way. And Aquinas will clear it out to center. 3 seconds to go on the power play, and it is over. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the player advantage. Puck comes in, and it's held onto by White. Face off to the right of White, her left, right as you look at it. Don't forget, our next broadcast will be McKendree and the University of Colorado around 10:30 this morning. We hope you'll tune in for that. Off the draw, puck won by Aquinas. Held in. 18:20 to go in the period. Sent by Bartels around the boards, comes right up the middle to the far side to Damras. Opportunity for her, broken up, but it stays in though. Good play by Vitus to keep it in. Down low, working for McGuire. Instead, it was broken up in front by Cruikshank. At the half boards. Puck comes up the middle, and stepping right in front of it was Allie Litzinger. And it's cleared. Out to center, across the line. Litzinger chases it down. Line change for Utah. Might have been a bad time at that moment. Opperman comes in, but the Utes are able to get back on defense. 1-0 Aquinas. Puck taken by Kozar. Morgan centers it up, and as it rolls to the corner, it's covered up by Samantha White. 17-17 to go in the second period. After the face-off out to center ice, here comes Cruikshank, breaks free, she shoots, she scores! Game is tied at 1 apiece. Broke in and was able to get a good opportunity there. Here in the second period, and Utah has tied this game up. We'll catch the call. Well, maybe we won't catch the call from Kevin Thurl. But we'll wait for the announcement. So Dykeman will get an assist. So 2:57, Cruikshank will get her second goal, and the assist goes to Dykeman. And it's a 1-1 contest. Utah still with some pressure. Chasing it for Aquinas is Bartels, and she's able to send it out to center ice. Tipped all the way down by Vitus, and she chases, so no icing. Good play there. Utah with some pressure now in a 1-1 contest here in the second period. Opportunity in front by Opperman as it was deflected away. Now a one-touch pass to Reese is held on to by White. So Aquinas getting some good opportunities here. They still lead in shots 13-7. Came into the period at 11-6. So Allie Kennedy facing just one shot. In this period. Meanwhile, we're going to get a whistle for stoppage and play. In front of the Utah bench, puck is kicked in after the faceoff. 14:45 to go. And Aquinas with Ashley Reese to lead the charge. Double teamed. Michaela Dykeman is there. Tried to dig the puck out, but we'll have to reset with the Utes out of their own zone. Puck back of the Utah zone. McCain coming back to help out. Near side at the half boards. Comes right up the middle and a tip just wide. Vitus was right there. By the time she got her stick on it, it was just past the net. Puck kicked out to center. And Bartels will come back. Line change for Utah. Aquinas trying to get something going here, but they ice the puck. Icing with 13:49 to go in the period, and a 1-1 contest. 9:13 of the first, Fedema her first. 2:57 of the second, and Cruikshank her second. After the face-off, puck in the Aquinas zone, right out in front, an opportunity for Skyland Wallen, and it's held on to by Allie Kennedy. So Wallen did a move, and she was able to break down the middle, and Kennedy makes a save, talked to her defense, and says, okay, don't allow that anymore. Face-off won and grabbed by Aquinas. Fournier, side of the net. After the deflection in front, and it's out to center to Martin. Martin across the line, behind the net, looking for Kozar. Reese is there, but we're going to get a penalty. And it'll be assessed to Morgan Kozar. And another body checking. Second power play for the Utes. So off the draw, the puck is cleared out to center. Back into it. Here comes Scott behind the net. Off of the skate of Fournier. Puck is cleared and sent all the way down into the Utah zone. Across the line into the Aquinas zone comes Cruikshank. Behind the net, looking for the left side to Scott. Back down to Cruikshank. Standing out in front is Dykeman, and it didn't get to her. Puck cleared to the point. Still working it is Cruikshank. 1:06 to go on the power play. Gets it over to Michael. Off the side of the cage. Now taken away by Gabby Fournier of Aquinas, and it's out to center. Utah with a line change. They'll shoot it in, right on goal, and Kennedy is there to cover it. So they get the stoppage, they get the line change, and with 11:54 to go in the period, and 49 seconds left in the power play, we will have this one to the left of goaltender Allie Kennedy. Her left, right as you look at it. Far side boards after the draw. Chased down by Bartles. Off the glass by Domros. And intercepted by Wallen. Shot back in and sent all the way down to the Utah end of the ice for no icing. Or do we get an icing? Yep, we do. But we shouldn't have an icing because of the penalty. So we're going to face this off at center ice. So Aquinas still able to get control of the puck. Sent in by Vitas. Chasing it is Brower for Utah. Intercepted, and a lead pass to Litzinger is too far for her, and it's held on to by Kennedy. Power play has expired on that shot down the ice. .11:03 to go in the period, and this game is kind of slowed down just a little bit. Officials talking things over. Well, I know you can't do it here in ACHA, but in the NHL, new rule now, you, on an icing call, can dictate where your face-off will be. Nice move by Scott to get around some pressure. In front, shot hit the crossbar. As Krushak got the opportunity, and it hit the crossbar and goes up and out of play. Another face-off, stays in the Aquinas zone. Aquinas took the lead. Utah's tied it, and they keep it in on the line. A shot missed wide, right side. Comes over to Krushak. Helped out now by Dykeman at the half boards. Along the point and tipped out to center by Morgret. Regathered by Scott. 2-on-2. Scott looking for some help in front. Nothing doing, so she'll just push the puck along the boards. Now behind the net. Up the middle on a pass from Krushak. Is blocked. And sent down low. Krushak again. She has the only goal for Utah, her second of the season. Dykeman with the assist. And cleared out to center. Morgret had it stripped off of her stick. And Aquinas looking to line change, but they'll get a couple of players off. Boussard's there. Helped by Fournier in front of the Aquinas bench, and then finally sent in so the remainder can line change. 9:28 to go in the period. Puck kicked out to center and chased. Here comes Wallen. She's ridden off the play by Damras. And Wallen with some help. Kicked through, down low along the goal line. Brooke Burns is there. Moved from her. Tipped off of a body. That was the body of Brower, and it's out to center ice. And here's a 2-on-1 developing. Shot comes in high by McGuire, and it's blockered into the corner by White. Up the middle again, right out in front. Shot, 2 shots and a big save. The second one by Vitus was steered aside by White, and it's cleared to the line and out to center ice on a good play by diving McGuire. Shots now 15-10, and that is in favor of the home team, Aquinas Saints. They took the lead on Fetima's goal at 9:13 of the first, and then at 2:57 here of the second, Krushak ties it up for Utah. Puck to a trailer, and it comes locally, and the opportunity on the second try missed up high and wide. That was Opperman. So some good pressure now by Aquinas has Utah scrambling. 7:40 to go in the period. Along the wall, the captain, McGuire, comes in, and it is held on to by White, who covers off the corner. 2 more games coming up. We'll have them here for you on Web Sports Radio. 10 o'clock warm-ups, 10:30 the game starts, McKendree and Colorado. And then 1 o'clock warm-ups, 1:30 the game starts, Concordia and Arizona State. All here on the Stan Melton Ice Rink. Renamed the Stan Melton Ice Rink on a dedication ceremony back in January of 2016. Meanwhile, coming in and getting an opportunity for Utah was Michael. Puck comes in, and another opportunity by Michael is covered up by Kennedy. Whistle had blown, even though the puck did cross the line. But this rink named for the man that helped bring hockey to Springfield and the Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey Club, Stan Melton. And boy, was he surprised when we came up with that. January 22nd of 2016 is when this rink was dedicated to him. Puck cleared out to center. And Utah's captain, Kaylee Scott, will send it up to center. Across the line. Working it is Pimentel. Krusek behind the net will send it to Dykeman, and it is, in fact, deflected out to center ice, so we'll set things up again. Continual line changes for both teams, with 6:33 to go in the period. Still at center, pinballing through center ice and finally tipped back into the Saints zone. Another line change for Utah. We saw that in yesterday's game. McKendree worked it to perfection. They switched lines against Arizona State, I would say every 10 to 20 seconds, and that's no exaggeration. Puck comes right out, and Allie Litzinger looked like she was going to get a good opportunity, but just at the last moment the puck rolled, and it was able to be held onto by Allie Kennedy. So we'll see how much, even though this is the long change, we'll see how much line changes help these two teams. .5:57 to go in the period, and still a 1-1 contest. Bartles has the puck to the corner. Now finally gets some help by McGuire. It's out to center. Back down into the Utah zone. Behind her own net, Brower. Cleared out to center. Here's a 2-on-1. Leading it is Litzinger, left side. She shoots. Saved by Kennedy. Kicked off the glass up high, far side, and stays in. Michael is there for Utah. Now a couple of players. Wallen for Utah. Trying to kick it away from McGuire, and it comes out to center. Vitus with it. Chasing it and looking for some help. It comes up the middle. Backhander misses by McGuire, and it's out to center. She partially fanned on that attempt, too. Shot in by the captain, McGuire, steered aside once again by White. Back behind the net. Brower's there. To the corner to Michael. 4:35 to go. Out to center and racing back to defensively clear the puck is Busar. And Utah with control. Michael sends it down. Fournier is there for Aquinas. Puck still loose. Officials say play. And now we're going to get a whistle. And what are we going to get? I wonder if this is a delay of game. No, it's a rough. And it's on the wrong person. I thought maybe Fournier was going to get a delay of game. And we're going to get coincidentals, actually. So Fournier will go for Aquinas. And for Utah, it is Krusek. So maybe that's what I saw. We got a rough and maybe a delay of game. Puck kicked down and sent all the way into the Utah zone, and I don't think we're going to get a PA feed on this. Let's see if we can hear this one. No, they're going to get them both each for roughing. That's what the call is. So with 3:28 to go, here's a good opportunity for Vitus, and it's behind the net by the time she was able to get control. Far side to Damross. It's out to center ice. And recaptured by Bartles. Utah with a line change. Bartles struggles through. Reese across the line. Intercepted, though, kicked away by Maddie Brower and out to center. Helped by Michael. 2-on-2. Michael shoots. It's into the body of Bartles. And sent ahead, but not cleared. McGuire. Boussard is able to get it out to center. 39 seconds remaining in the Coincidental Miners. We're 4-on-4 here with 3:27 to go. Or make that 2:33 to go. Far side. Brower's there. Behind the net. Looking for Bartles, who intercepts. Not that she was looking for her, but Bartles intercepted. Now it stays at the line. Dykeman works it left side. Left point. Shot tipped and a big save. It came from Litzinger. Tipped in front by Wallin, and a good save there by Kennedy. Now another opportunity. We're back at full strength. It's 5-on-5. As Dykeman was there to try to get the puck around. Now looking for a wrap and sending it out in front with two shots is Krushank, and it's held on to by Kennedy. 1:46 remaining. All things considered, of all the games at this showcase, right now, I think this is the most competitive. At one point, Arizona State and Aquinas in game one, it was Aquinas hanging tough with Arizona State, scoreless through a period. But right now, all things considered, this has been one of the most competitive games, I think, of this tournament. Or showcase, to be exact. In the Utah zone. Vitus is there, avoids a check. Well, oh no, we're going to get a penalty. So she didn't avoid the check, she took it. It's a Utah penalty. They get the goaltender out, and now it's touched up just as Kennedy gets to the bench. But a penalty against Utah. And this will be the Saints' second power play. It's a boarding call. And it goes against McCain again. Three penalties, 6 minutes each, with coincidentals also included in that. So each team is 0 for 2. Actually, 0 for 1 are the Saints. They're working on number 2 on the power play. And they have it right side, Damross, with less than a minute to go in this period. Left side, sent down in low, gets around Reese, looking for it, and able to get it to the right side again. Damross waits, she shoots, it's blocked. 38 seconds to go, puck cleared out to center, and racing all the way down is Bartles. Out of White Lake, Michigan, the junior. Part of an all upperclassmen team for Aquinas College. They have 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 3 seniors on this squad. 8 seconds to go in the period. Fans yelling shoot. They do get a shot off and a save by White at the buzzer, and that'll do it for period number 2.
17-11 in favor of Aquinas.
Shots on goal in the period. 6 on White, 2-period total of 17. And 5 on Allie Kennedy, 2-period total of 11. Power plays, each team 0 for We'll correct that again. Utah 0 for 2, but Aquinas is working on their second. They still have 49 seconds left in the second power play opportunity. 9:13, Aquinas, Fedema in the first period. Her first. Busar with the assist. It's 1-0. And then at 2:51, or make that 2:57 of the second, Cruikshank second. Dykeman with the assist for Utah. And we are tied up at 1 after 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break. More music for you. And third period action shortly. back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, Springfield, Missouri. About to get ready for period number 3 between Aquinas College and the University of Utah. The Utes' third game in the history of this program and hoping to get win number 2. But right now it's a 1-1 contest. Fedema for Aquinas, her first of the season, and Krushenk in the second, her second of the season. I believe we have our PA feed fixed now. But we are underway. Keep in mind now 45 seconds with the clock running in a power play left for Aquinas. Puck comes into the Utah zone. And I'll tell you what, they got done very quickly here as a shot off the side of the net is saved by White. Aquinas putting the pressure on. I mean, some of the ice is not even set up yet. It's still wet. They've already gotten going. 17 seconds remaining. Good play by Utah's Krushenk to bring the puck into the Aquinas zone. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Behind the net, working it is Fournier. Power play is over. We're at 5-on-5. And quickly it's sent back in by Brower and a line change for Utah. So two teams that are equally matched right now on the scoreboard, 1-1. And if you look at their bench, about the same. And it's been a close game. One of the best ones, I believe, in my opinion, of this showcase. Off the glove of Dykeman, and she's able to shoot it in and bring it all the way around. Fournier to chase, kicked off the sideboards, and trying to get a handle on it and getting upended was Fournier. Play continues, and it's stolen out in the middle, and Kennedy has to make a save as Dykeman was able to get the shot, stealing it up the middle. Now on the perimeter. Working it is Wallen. Intercepted, taken away, and on a break coming in is Kozar. She shoots, she scores! Aquinas takes the lead. It's 2-1. Kozar gets her first of the year. And I believe this time we can catch the PA feed.
Aquinas goal scored unassisted by number 17, Morgan Kozar. Time of the goal at 1:53 of the third period. Scored unassisted on the play by number 17.
That is the call from Kevin Thurrow, our public address announcer here at Mediacom Ice Park. Oh, did I say that? It's Jordan Valley. They had a name change about 6 months ago, and you'd think I'd get used to it. Puck cleared in. Jordan Valley is what it used to be. Then the aforementioned sponsor took it over for 10 years, and it's back to being Jordan Valley. 2-1. Here in the third period in favor of Aquinas. Another drive in. That one off the stick of Bartels is steered aside by White. Krushenk able to get it out to center. So a 2-1 lead now as Utah's looking to come back. .26 remaining. And now, as the puck comes around, it is held onto by Kennedy. take a look at that goal. On a race from about the red line on. And grabbing the pipes. And in by Kozar, unassisted. Fedema and Kozar for Aquinas, Krushank for Utah. And the Utes trail 2-1. Reese had it tipped away from her. And it's Scott. Gave it up to Kozar. And cleared out to center. Right back in where it's Scott to set it up. Little pressure from Fournier. Goes to the left side, a shot in. Steered aside. That one came off of Morgret. Held in and finally able to clear it out was Utah. Full sail line change for the Utes. Here is Dykeman. Left side, she shoots, and a save by Kennedy. Up the middle to the point and right on the line, but not able to hold it was Pimentel, and it's cleared back into the Utah zone where it is held on to by the goaltender Samantha White. 15:09 remaining in the period. Steve Casson along with Ryan Armstrong doing camera work for you here on Web Sports Radio. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget our next broadcast. We'll have it for you. It'll be coming up at around 10:30 a.m. McKendree versus Colorado. That'll be right here. Normally we broadcast Missouri State hockey, and our next broadcast of Missouri State will be on November 1st. That's when Alabama comes in town. Ranked number 16 in ACHA Division I are the Ice Bears, as we get an icing call here. 14:53 remaining, and the icing will bring it back into the Utah end of the ice. Here's a breakout for Michael. Sends it ahead to Krushank, and a good play there by Bartles to take the puck away. Utah with a 3-on-2. They send it in, or take that back. It's Aquinas into the Utah zone with the 3-on-2. McGuire's there, the captain for the Saints, but it's grabbed by Dykeman. Off the boards. Kept in by Boussard. Drives it down in low. Short change for Aquinas. Skating out is Dykeman. Feeds Krushank, and she'll send it in. .14 remaining here in the third period. Getting down to nail-biting time. Puck tipped at the line by Fournier. And the Utes will work a 2-on-3. Shot in. It's a bouncer, and then the follow-up is held on. The initial shot by Burns was followed up in front. I believe that was Litzinger. And Kennedy is able to make the saves. Junior out of Ypsilanti, Michigan. The only goaltender for Aquinas. Utah does have two. The backup goaltender is Brees Potter. Shot in from an odd angle by Fedema, steered aside by White. Retrieving is McCain, and able to clear it all the way down. This will be an icing call. 13:10 to go. Game tightening up just a little bit. There's been one goal in each period. Aquinas at 9:13 of the first. Fedema her first. Busar with the assist, 1-0. Second period, 2:57. Utah's Cruikshank, second of the game of the season. That is Dykeman with the assist, and then here in the third period at 1:53, Kozar unassisted, her first of the season. 2-1 is where we are. Left side, drop down in low by Fournier, the captain. Near side, she has a goal and an assist this season. As it comes to the near side, battle for it there. And it's taken away by Kaylee Scott, but she lost it. Up the middle with a backhander, missing just wide is Morgret. Right side, out to Wallen. Nobody there as Utah was line changing, and they might get caught. Racing hard is Busar. She shoots, and a big save there by White. .26 remaining, and the game has seemed to slow down just a little bit here in the third period. A tighter hockey game at 2-1. Shots 20-16 in favor of Aquinas, who are looking to get that much closer to 500. They're 1-4 on the season, looking for win number 2. Now we're going to whistle on a stoppage and play for a penalty. This is a high stick, I believe. And it will go against Cruikshank. Her second penalty of the game. So what is it, Ryan? It's a goal, and then a penalty, and then a fight. That's the Gordie Howe hat trick, right? But you can't fight in women's hockey, so that's not going to happen, correct? 12:07 to go in the period. Power play. This is number 3 for Aquinas.
2 minutes for high sticking at 7:48 of the third period. A 2-minute minor for high sticking.
Just double checking to make sure we still have the PA feed. So another power play for Aquinas. 1 for 16, 6.3% coming into today's game. Shot in off the side of the net by Fournier, and it's held on to by Samantha White. So that'll bring a full sail line change for both teams. And 1:26 remaining in the power play. Off the draw. Aquinas will win. 1:23 to go. Up the middle, and a pass from Morgret was missed by Vitus, and it's cleared. Fournier to race back with some pressure, but she'll get control. Sent all the way down. This is going to be an icing call. So it happens, but rarely do you see the offensive team commit an icing on a power play, but faceoff will come back into the Aquinas zone. With 59 seconds remaining in the penalty. A high stick that was assessed to Cruikshank. And now here comes Aquinas. They have a 2-on-2. Leading it is Busar. Dropping it back. Trying to get a shot was Kozar. And now from the left side, a shot by Morgret sails high and wide, and it is out to center. Litzinger trying to get to it for Utah. She's upended. Now a 2. No, we're going to get a offside. So the offside will stop the attended rush that Aquinas had. And the faceoff will come outside the zone with 33 seconds remaining in the power play. Dykeman for Utah. Bartles. And I take that back. That was actually Reese that came in for the draw. She has it now with a backhander that's saved by White. To the point. Right side, Brower. In low. Fighting for it is Bartles. Kicks it over to the far side. McGuire lets it go. Bartles sends it down in low. Through the crease, and a shot by Damras goes wide, and now with the power play expired, racing out of the box was Krushank, and nothing doing there as Aquinas was able to get back. So we're 5-on-5. A couple of shots later, puck is cleared out to center. Good play by a diving McGuire to keep it at the red line. And she works the puck. Here comes Vitus. She'll send it in low. Chased by Opperman for Aquinas. Double teamed. And it comes to a shot by Vitus that is saved. She came right up the middle too. And it's out to center. Fournier off the boards, but it's not cleared. Burns with a shot missing wide. 9:07 to go in the period. Puck kick to center. Vitus will chase. 8:57 remaining. Up the middle. And sent along the Aquinas line, where it's stolen, taken by Wallen. She gets a shot off, save, rebound, loose, poked at it at the side of the net, and sprawling to make the save is Allie Kennedy. 17th shot, although there might have been 2 on that play. Recorded now for Utah. Aquinas has 21 on White. .826 remaining in the period. And Ryan, I know I'm going to jinx it, but you kind of get the sense this may go to OT. You just kind of get that sense. Shot in, tipped, save, rebound, no rebound. It's covered up. As coming right out in front was Dykeman. And Kennedy able to make the save. Face-off 1, taken by Utah. Krushank with it. At the half boards. Comes out, a backhander by Dykeman. It goes behind the net with 7:53 remaining. Puck kicked all the way down into the Utah zone. And Aquinas is able to momentarily get possession, but we come the other way. Krushank for Utah. Off the boards to Dykeman. Too far for Dykeman. Sent back around. Here comes Opperman. And she gets a shot in for Aquinas, and then going to the bench is Fatima. Out to center, and all the way down. This is no icing. Fournier, back of her own zone for Aquinas. It kicks out after it hits a skate, and coming right through is Wallen. She gets upended, and I believe we're going to get a penalty. It's a tripping call, and a golden opportunity for Utah to tie this hockey contest. Unfortunate that it hits a skate and comes right up the middle, but Fournier will get called for tripping. That's her 3rd penalty in this game. So Utah, on the PP, they are 0 for 8. They don't have a percentage. They have not scored on the power play this season. On the penalty kill, the Saints 2 for 13, 84.6%. And with authority, it's cleared all the way down. by Maria McGuire. Good forechecking pressure by Aquinas. Burns, left side. Swiped away from her and shot down. Opperman will chase. Grabbed by McCain. Not able to clear it. Opperman is there for Aquinas, looking shorthanded. Aquinas does not have a shorthanded goal, nor have the Utes given up a shorthanded goal this season. But again, their season is just 3 games old for Utah. And their year, actually, their history. Near side, cleared out by Litzinger. And meanwhile, 54 seconds remaining in the power play, but Utah has been able to get nothing doing. Puck cleared and sent back down in. Worked by Scott behind her own net. Kicks it off to the corner. And McCain to clear out. Shot all the way in. And sent all the way back. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Down to 5.5 remaining in the third period. And a 2-1 lead for Aquinas. Fedema and Kozar both getting their first of the season. Krushak for Utah, her second. Dykeman will chase it into the Aquinas zone with some control. Now to the half boards. Gets it to Krushak. She walks in, she shoots, save. Kennedy with a big save there, and it's underneath the stick of Pimentel, and with a 5-on-5, Pimentel has just enough effort to push it away, and it's back out to center. Utah with an opportunity to Michael with a drive in and a save, and she'll go to the bench. 4:47 to go. Puck kicked out to center and sent all the way down, where it will be Maddie Brower. Over to Pimentel. Intercepted. Taken by Busar with a backhander through the crease, missing wide. 4:24 to go. Underneath the stick of Fournier, and here it might be a break. Brooke Burns looking to tie it. She shoots. She hit the outside of the net. To the point. Stays in. Scott, or make that Pimentel's there on the right side. Still a battle for it. 3 Saints are there, and finally it's cleared by Fournier. Intercepted once again by Burns. .350. And without any stoppages, time starting to wind down. Utah looking to tie this contest in one of the closest games we've had of this showcase. In fact, I'm going to go on record to say it is the closest game we've had with 3:30 left here in the third period. Cleared out by the Utes, sent right back in by the Saints. And now it's just a matter of trying to get something going. Underneath the stick of Dykeman. And Aquinas just with the dump and chase. Clear off as much time as you can. And that's what they're doing. Scott is there at the half boards. Opperman to move it away. Now with some misdirection, McGuire. It comes to the corner and fanned on. Out in front by Vitus. And finally sent up to center ice. Utah with a line change, but they might get caught. Here's Opperman racing on to break it up as Scott for Utah. And Utah might have a break here, but just a little bit too far as it came off the stick of Burns. Utah with some possession, 2:25 to go. Line change, the only one back on the ice is Brower. Now a shot that comes in to the goaltender White, and she'll hold on as it was deflected off the stick of Bartles. 2:17 remaining in the period. 2-1 in favor of Aquinas. Don't forget, our next game will start at about 10 o'clock with warm-ups. That's when we'll be on the air, or back on the air for you. And then 10:30 will be game number 2 between McKendree and Colorado. Puck cleared along the right side into the zone. Wallen's there. 1:56 to go. Wallen still with it. Right point. Gets it to Pimentel off of her stick and all the way down. Racing back is Brower with 1:43 remaining. To Burns. Moved away from her, and it's Pimentel to grab it. Out to center. 1:30. Shot in on goal, deflected away by White. And the Utes are able to get it and not have too many players on the ice. Racing was Krushak. It's across the line and swiped away out to center. Goaltender has been pulled with 1:08 to go in period 3. So it's an extra attacker now with a drive in, and it's held on to by Kennedy. Krushak got that one. So at 1:08, they pull the goaltender. Does Utah. There's 1:01 remaining on the clock. An open net and a 6-on-5 situation for the Utes. Trailing 2-1. Now less than a minute to go in the third period. Puck comes right off the side of that. We're going to get a penalty. And who's going to touch it up? Utah. It's going to be a penalty against Utah. And pulling the goaltender just evens things up. Krushank is going to go. That's her third penalty of the game. So penalties are even up. And immediately off the draw, it's cleared all the way down. Now, there are 2 penalties. Let's count the players here. So, apparently, Krushak was called and Bartles was called. So it's coincidentals. That's confusing when they're both number 9, and then you have a pulled goaltender situation for what's amounting to a 5-on-4 and technically a power play for the Utes. So everything works out for Utah right now, but 27 seconds left to go, though, on the coincidentals.
Number 9, Amelia Bartles, 2 minutes for holding the stick. To Utah, number 9, Grace Cruikshank, 2 minutes for body checking.
So those are the penalties there. And now a shot comes in, just missing wide by Michael. 4 seconds to go. One last opportunity maybe, and it's in the corner. Will not get a shot off. And this game ends in a 2-1 victory for Aquinas. They pull out the victory with an early third period goal at 1:53. Kosar gets her first. 2-1 is the final score. Shots on goal in the third period. 8 on Kennedy, 3-period total of 19. And 7 on Samantha White, 3-period total of 24. Power plays, each team were 0 for 3 on the power play. 5 penalties, 10 minutes each for each of the teams. So for Utah, Samantha White takes the loss. White is 1-2 on the season. And for Aquinas, Allie Kennedy gets the win. She is 2-4 this season. And the Aquinas Saints move to 2-4 record-wise as the University of Utah drops to 1-2 in their inaugural season here at Jordan Valley Ice Park. Don't forget, our next broadcast for you coming up at 10:30 a.m. We'll be on the air in a little bit more than a half an hour, so we hope that you'll tune in for game number 2 between McKendree and the University of Colorado. From the Stan Melton Ice Arena and Jordan Valley Ice Park, the final score 2-1. Aquinas pulls out the victory over Utah. That'll do it for now. I'm Steve Casson for my cameraman Ryan Armstrong. Thanks for joining us. And again, stay tuned. 10:30 a.m. Sunday if you're watching it live. If not, just tune anytime you want. We'll see you in a bit.